So, hello. We're entering the CPC shop. I'll put the camera. Okay. So, we go to sit in the coffee corner.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay, so you are Billy Cooper, right?
That's me, Billy Cooper.
Very good.
In the flesh.
And you are the manager of the CPC shop?
CPC Christian Resources, that's correct, yes.
Okay. Yes. The shop is here since 1978, you said?
Yes, we've been here since 78 through thick and thin. We've had a lot of upheaval since then. For example, the Lewis, it took a long time for that Lewis to be set up here, and there were barricades for years, but we lived through it and we're living through the recession. So since 78 we've come a long way. Yeah,
and you told me before you moved in here, this space had another function, right?
Oh yes, yes. in those days, this particular shop was the headquarters of PJ Kilmartin's. Some of the folk may remember they were one of the largest betting offices in Dublin at the time, in the country, and this was the headquarters, and there was a massive big safe just here to our left, and it took forever to get that safe out, having to use diamond drills and whatever. So all of the week's takings from all of the different branches were kept here, but unfortunately there were a lot of losers. There were no winners in those days, and that left this premises. But since it's become a Christian bookshop, we don't believe that anybody goes out as a loser if they trust in God, because He wants us to be a winner in life.
Very good. So whereas in the old days many people lost their money in the betting game, now you say everybody comes here maybe go out as a winner because we contribute to connecting him or her with God.
Absolutely. We're not talking about them having lots and lots of money or even a lot of happiness in their life. There will be still trials and struggles, but in terms of having significance and meaning and peace and genuine love and joy in their hearts, yeah, definitely. Okay. That's what we tried to communicate to people here.
Exactly, Billy. So now we're going to show some things you use for establishing this connection. For instance, we have the first thing you want to show me is the Bibles.
Yes, absolutely. That's our main reason for being here, because we believe that the Bible is actually God's message to us, a message of love. It's a message of warning. Now, for anybody who wants to be very serious about the Bible, we have something like a Life Application Bible, and this is very, very popular because it's in a modern translation, and also it helps people to understand the meaning of the Bible for their own everyday lives, hence application, in other words applying it to our everyday life. But that may be a little bit too much for the beginner, so I mean there's Bibles here that are just €8 and they can just get straight into the Bible in that way, but they may maybe not want to go for a Bible. They think it's too much, so many pages, where do I start? So what we have then is a stand here with selections from the Bible that are more designed for example, promises for women, from God's Word. And also we have, for example, for mothers, and Mother's Day is coming up here, readings, just that you can glance at, you can read. It'll only take about 2 minutes, but you're getting something of God's heart by reading God's Word.
Exactly. So, for instance, here we see something for young women. So this is very nice. These are all like very easy, accessible selections from the Bible for special categories of people.
Exactly, for special categories. We all have different needs. We're all in different situations, and I believe everything is in the Bible there for everybody. There's something for everybody in the Bible, but it's where to find it in a big book. So the publishers take the time to concentrate some of the quotations into one little book for a particular person, for a particular situation. Yeah, so these are very popular.
Yeah, but then we go to the center, to the heart of the shop, so to speak. This is really very impressive, Billy, what we see here. I mean, you should really tell something about what we see here, because this is not just one wall, but in fact we see here 3 walls of cards.
Yes, okay, if we were just a Bible bookshop, we probably wouldn't last, and that's the reality, because there's not a great appetite for reading, and a lot of people go on the internet now in any case. But what they can't get on the internet so much is the touch and feel of lovely cards that have meaningful messages. For example, for wedding day, with lovely Christian messages and greetings, you know. So the ladies especially come here for these cards from all over, and we have a name for such cards for being able to supply. We import from the States mostly, but also from the UK. Unfortunately, the Irish producers don't have as many nice Christian greeting cards as we would like them to have.
There are hundreds of cards, Billy. It's incredible.
Ladies especially would spend up to 30 minutes choosing a card, and normally they come not with one but with a bundle of cards, and they're covering, you know, for a whole month. So yes, there are beautiful cards here for sure. And as I said, we're known right across the city for these cards, and they're reasonably priced.
Yeah, how much is it, a normal card?
Normally, the average price is €2. The dearest price would be around $3, maybe $3.50. But we have a stand over here, which I must show you. I forgot about this.
Of course.
Excuse me. Good morning. Hello, how are you? So listen, this is a 99-cent stand.
Oh, really?
I mean, these are beautiful cards. They're not just sort of pound shop, sort of Euro shop cards. They're really nice cards that have a similar message, but it's just that we're aware of people who don't have a lot of money to spend. So these sell by the load.
Okay, so these are then 3 product categories you wanted to highlight. Here we see some other things you offer in the shop, like this.
Yes, these are great for children, for gifts, for Sunday school prizes. A lot of churches come in here and they want to get something very inexpensive. And here we have the lovely, well, they speak for themselves, lovely gift products with Christian messages on them. I must also highlight these here because these are actually very popular. Can't keep enough of these in the shop. They're simple note cards that you can use for any occasion. To send a thank you, to send a thinking of you. Lovely photographic art there, and very inexpensive, you know, less than a $5 for 10 note cards. Very
good, Billy.
Yeah.
Now, we just saw customers walking in the shop.
Yes.
Can you tell something about what customers are mostly visiting the shop?
Well, most, as I've already said, would be ladies who are very, very fond of the card range. But the reality is, these ladies, I believe, I've come to know over the years, are trying to keep a little bit of God in their family. So they come in for Christian cards and maybe for Christian gifts to give for baptisms, grandmothers buying for grandchildren, and so on and so forth. But also, another vast percentage of the people that come in here will be people from overseas, from different countries, from Asia, from South America, from Africa, and they're coming over here because they want to stay connected with the faith that they left behind, in the sense they were brought up as Christians, and they want to continue to buy resources to, you know, to help them continue in this secularized country.
Exactly. So now we saw some. I think there were Brazilians coming in the shop.
Yes.
How can you? What's the average Irish, non-Irish?
It's probably about 50-50 really at this stage.
50-50. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the last thing I want to discuss is, of course, this nice coffee corner. Yeah, you said you introduced it recently, just.
We did indeed, because we feel that, you know, we're not just a business. We're a ministry. We want to help people. We want to link people up with God. And so in order to do that, we want them to feel at ease. You know, they can sit down here. They can bring their own coffee in. They don't have to buy our coffee for $1.50, which is very nice. But they can bring their own coffee in, they can sit down here, they can read a book, they don't have to even buy a book here, and just feel and soak up the atmosphere, you know, the peace and the quiet. So it's worked quite well, and we have our regulars who come in, and we have conversations with them, and we have friendships with them, and it's all about community.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Billy. I think it was a great presentation of the shop, and I wish you all the luck and a very good day.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.